to Sport Tour on Enterprise TV, where we give you all the latest of what is happening in the world of sport, from football to tennis and of course to boxing. If you are joining us for the first time, please do well to follow us across all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV 7. My name is John Olashikomi, and of course joining me today is making a return in person of Victor Ayeton Daminelli. Victor, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, John. Feels good to be here. Happy holidays to you too. And yeah, it's been a roller coaster week in Nigerian football, but yeah, we move.
But of course, United didn't play over the weekend, so you're happy. You are good to be here
Uh,
today.
well, yeah, their fans were able to sleep well for the weekend, so till midweek before before their emotions start being put on grills. Yeah, so
All right, don't talk about. This morning we've got a lot to discuss about, but you know how we do it. Charity always begins at home. We definitely start with the home front. In the MPFL, Rangers technical advisor Vitalis Ilechukwu has given up on his team's chances of defending the Nigerian Premier Football League MPFL title. The Flying Antelopes won the MPFL title last season, but now sit 15 points behind league leaders, talking about Remo Stars. All right, Victor Ayeton is like somebody has given up already, talking about the defending champion, head coach, Rangers International Fidelis Ilechukwu. They are now 15 points behind the group. The league leader, the top leader, talking about Remo Stars, of course. And for me, there is still one man talking. His name is Finidi George. He said it is not over until it is over. But for you, do you think it is over for Rangers International this season?
I think what actually is Nigerian Premier League is tomorrow is no promise because just like look last season, Rangers were high flying last season with Fidelis Ilechukwu. Now they find themselves in sixth position at the moment, and definitely it seems that the league is out of their grasp. It's out of their grasp, and it seems that Zura United are still hot on the heels of Remo Stars. If you look at it, look at the point gap between Rivers United and the leaders Remo Stars. Let's look at it. Remo Stars and Rivers United, 8 points gap between both of them. So look at the amount of gap that's now between Rivers and Remo.
Remo
So I
Stars.
think that's why Fides Electrical is probably throwing in the two. And with 8 matches to go for Remo and 7 other matches for the other teams, I think it's safe to say that Remo has created some gap between some other title challengers. So it's now between Remo and Rivers. But I still feel like Remo will still have the mental fortitude to just get over the line. And it might not be a unassailable lead to the end of the title, but it might just be a couple of points, few points, very close gap that will just get Ramos as the title. But for Rangers, I think they are done. They are done. The best they can actually fight for is probably a continental
Confederations
place,
Cup.
and yeah, Confederations Cup. It can't even be the CAF Champions League title. CAF Champions League place. It has to be the Confederations title. You know, it's not going to be very easy because most teams are really jostling for that title.
So, in my own opinion, I feel if Remo Stars can get 4 out of 8, then it is all over. 4 wins out of possible
Yes,
8 games.
yes,
That's like 12
definitely.
points out of 24
It would
points.
be yes. So if they can get that point, 8 matches left, they get 4 wins. They look set and ready. Or maximum, just for clarity, they can get 5 wins out of the last 8. They are touch and go because by that time they will be you don't have 9 points left to play for, and they'll just need an extra 1 point to just get over the line. But I feel they have this year is their year, like I said. They've been knocking for a very, very long time from their bridge league season to behind Rangers and all that. So really, it's their time to just back that. And of course, when last did we see a southwestern team from the southwest here win
That was
Nigeria Premier League?
25
It's been a
years ago.
very, very long time.
25 years
That
ago.
was 25 years ago. It's been a very,
It's
very
crazy.
long time. So of course, it's bringing and it's going to just give confidence, like I said in previous shows, that it's going to give confidence to the private teams that are on the up, like the likes of
Yes, of course.
1472 FC and Co. That I want to get into the Nigeria Premier League. Even Sporting Lagos, it will give them this encouragement that Remo Stars has done it, we can also do it when we get back to the NPFL, because we want to see, the more we see private teams in the NPFL, the more stable the NPFL can get. And that's just the thing. Because the government-owned teams, the issue that comes with, changing of governments, political parties, and all those things, that's why it looks as if their funding is not so great. Because if you take a look at it, Rangers should be progressing better from last season, but based on a whole lot of things, that's why they are where they are. Even the likes for same thing for the likes of Enyimba too. Imagine Enyimba was a privately owned team. They should be building on, okay, we won the league last season. What are our ambitions for this season? Are we winning the CAF Champions?
I still feel, Victor Ayeton, I still feel the most consistent team, in the NPFL is Remo Stars. If you take a look at Aqua United, since they won that league 4 seasons ago, that was 2021, and since then, they've been struggling. Enyimba won it in 2023, they are struggling. Now, Rangers International, the same thing is happening to them. But for Remo Stars, they've been there, and for the past 4 seasons now, they've been in that top 4. So I still feel they are, in my own opinion, I still feel present now, they are still the best team in the NPFL in the last 5 seasons.
Yes. Yeah, I definitely agree with you, because it takes a whole lot of planning, a good planning with a good management to be consistent in the top 4 for 4 straight years. Because this is the Nigerian Premier League. There are a whole lot of outside challenges, and for them to stay on top for 4 straight years, constantly knocking at the door of the title, and for them to now bag it in the 5th year, well, it shows that they've been doing something right, and I'm very, very happy for them. I've liked of Shuname.
All right,
really,
it
takes a lot of
credit to the management of Remo Stars. All
right,
definitely. In as much as we want to talk about the Super Eagles, you can see what our players are doing abroad. But it's okay, we'll discuss about that one later. Moses Simon was on target. Tolu Arokodari was on target. Siri Desas was there. Olaino did well over the weekend, but it's all good. It's all right. Let's see how it goes. Away from NPFL, let's move straight to England. And of course, in the FA Cup, Manchester City came from behind to reach the FA Cup semi-finals with a 2-1 win over Bournemouth on Sunday. But victory came at a cost as Erling Haaland hobbled of injury. Did you see it coming? City against Bournemouth over the weekend.
Well, I know City sometimes they can be this. I think they've been a bipolar team. Some days they play very, very well. Some days they play very, very poorly. So it looked like it was going to be a bad day for them when Erling Haaland first missed a penalty in the 14th minute. Then Evan Nielsen scored. And it looked as if, okay, half-time, Bournemouth were leading. Maybe they would go on from there. But somehow, City found the resolute in them to win. And Erling Haaland's also scoring in that one. But him hobbled off after injury, it's not really a good sign for City that wants to finish strongly in the top 4 race, because that's the best they can get, top 4 and the FA Cup. And it feels very, very nice, because all things that's the FA Cup, United faltered, Arsenal faltered, Chelsea did, Liverpool did, and somehow they found, because for you to beat Bournemouth right now, you have to be at least play a very, very good game, and they did, and eventually found the comeback and they won 2-1. So I feel the journey does not get easier. They are playing Nottingham Forest the next round, and we don't know how long Haaland is going to be out. Maybe probably just a little injury scare, but if he's going to out for a couple of weeks, it's definitely going to affect their top 4 charge, and which is not good for City at the moment. Although they have one thing going for them now. Marmoush is a player that is playing very, very excellently for them. And he scored the winner yesterday. Very, very good player. So he's doing very, very well.
All right, other results. Preston North and were defeated at home by Aston Villa. Of course, United player, his name is Marcus Rashford, got a brace in that game. Brighton and Hove played 120 minutes of football, goalless, but fortunately for Nottingham Forest, they progressed via penalty shootout. And of course, Fulham with Iwobi and of course Calvin Bassey were knocked out by Crystal Palace. Talking about the quarterfinal, Nottingham Forest versus Manchester City that have played in 7 consecutive semi-final in the FA Cup, and of course Crystal Palace against Aston Villa. All right, what are your thoughts? Give me your finals. Man City, Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa, or who do you want to see in the final?
Okay, I saw a prediction on social media yesterday. Someone was saying Nottingham Forest win the FA Cup, or maybe because of Ola, And I feel like Forest have to do something very great. And I feel personally, if it was meant for me, I think I would have wanted Nottingham Forest to win the FA Cup because of how consistent they've been this season. They've been one of the teams that
Just the way
you have to
Newcastle
give
did
credit to.
against Liverpool. We want to see another
Yeah, you have to
new
give,
face entirely.
yeah, it could be another upset really, but it's Man City, and on their day they could be unplayable and they would beat Nottingham Forest.
But wait,
But I
Damien, you
think
just said something about upset. So if Nottingham Forest get to sit City, are we going to call that one an upset? Nottingham Forest are
I
even
think
on top
yeah,
of Man City on the log table. Talking about English Premier
but
League.
still,
Who is a better
still,
team this season?
on team quality,
I disagree
we'll
with
still
you
put City ahead
because
of Forest. So
based
it
on
will still be
start,
an upset.
based on start, Nottingham
Yes.
Forest are better than City this season, whether you like it or not.
They are.
So what
Yes,
are we now
they are
saying?
better
So
than
for me, it is not an upset. If they
I
win
think
City,
it
if
would
they
be
knock City
because
out,
in the cup competition itself, you stated it yourself that Nottingham Forest has actually played 7 consecutive
I mean Manchester
semi-finals.
City, not Nottingham Forest.
Manchester City rather
Okay.
have played 7 consecutive semi-finals. So it's they are familiar for they've been there before. So it looks like uncharted territory for Nottingham Forest. And if they do get to win, I think it will be an upset to me. But if they get to the final, they beat City, I think Forest would win the FA Cup. But
Against
on paper,
Una Emery's side. Against Una Emery's
on
side.
paper,
Don't
on
talk
paper, I
about
would say
Tamilele.
on paper, I would say City and Aston Villa for the final anyway.
All right.
But if Nottingham Forest progress, maybe Nottingham Forest and Aston Villa, I don't think Crystal Palace will be able to defeat Aston Villa at Wembley in the semi-finals. I think Villa will still be able to come through. The likes of Marcus Rashford, who got his brace, Asensio and Co.
Rogers,
they'll be able to still
mention
breeze
them.
through
Ramsey, these are
Palace.
fantastic footballer.
Yes, and credit to them, really. Credit to Unai Emery, what he's doing with Aston Villa at the moment. They're doing very, very well. So, and look at it, Aston Villa is still in the Champions League.
Yes, of course.
So, man, they're doing very, very well. Hunt for the top 4, still there. Hunt for a cup title, still in Champions League. You have to really give praise to Unai Emery because really, they didn't spend so much, and they sold John Duran for 75 million. They even brought in good profits for themselves. They kept Ramsey in January with all Arsenal's interest and all that. So really, they really did good business, and let's see how it goes for them. But personally, for me, I would personally want a Forest Aston Villa final. Let us just sit and enjoy from the neutral perspective.
All right, let's see how it goes. Maybe Crystal Palace versus Nottingham Forest in the final. All right, okay, away from FA Cup, let's move straight to La Liga Santander. Barcelona and Real Madrid emerged victorious on March Day 29 of La Liga, continuing their relentless battle in a thrilling title race. Meanwhile, Atletico Madrid's title aspirations took another hit after being held to a draw against Espanyol. Now, let's talk about the race for La Liga this season. For me, I feel it is all over for Atletico de Madrid. It is now between Real Madrid and, of course, Barcelona. What Hansi Flick has done so far is something else. It just like it came to, Hansi Flick came to Barcelona and gave us that prime Barcelona of 2009, 2010, 2011. And this is what we are seeing presently. You can't take anything away from the likes of, Mbappe and co at Real Madrid. But what Barcelona are doing presently, I see them winning the title. I don't know if you agree with me, Victor Ayeton.
Yeah, of course, Flick, to think that after all the issues that Barcelona faced in the preseason in terms of, the transfers, they could not register players, they had to look for 7 to 8, 9 levels to get transfers done, and still they are high flying. It shows the amount of good work as the Flick is done. The fact that I don't think they've ever had a German manager. I'm not sure if my history serves me right, and they are doing very, very well for themselves at the moment in terms of how they are playing. I saw their stats on Saturday. They've scored 4+ goals in the La Liga in all positions. I think in 20 games they scored 4+ goals. They scored 5 goals in like maybe 3 or 4 games. They scored 6 goals in 2 games. They scored 7. So they are a high scoring side. And the difference between the prime Pep Guardiola time and the should I say and the Hansi Flick time is that they are very much direct. They don't pass the ball too much. They get the ball, they want to score as many as they can score. They don't even care about defending.
Let's
they score more goals than What?
They
I didn't
play
get that.
more or less of tiki taka.
Yeah, they play more less tiki taka, less passing. You know, the tiki taka DNA can never leave a Barcelona side. They will always still pass. But when they're on the ball, they get the ball to the wings, to the strikers. They want to score. They go again and again and again. Because look at yesterday's match was looking like going to be a tough game against Girona. But somehow they won 4. And there's one man in that team. He has 20 goal and assist involvement for Ferran Torres. He has been coming from the bench. Has been really doing very well. And for Lewandowski, who would have thought that Lewandowski at the court finish last season is giving Mbappe a run for his money? La Liga, 25 La Liga goals ahead of prime. The people are saying prime Mbappe versus finished Lewandowski, and somehow he has 25 La Liga goals and Mbappe has 22. But doing well for the Barcelona at the moment. And for Atletico Madrid, I think all the draws and all the that they've had a couple of weeks, it has really dated their title hope. So it's now between Barcelona and Real Madrid at the moment.
Let's take a look at other results. Bilbao played a goalless draw against Osasuna. Betis 2-1 against Sevilla. Barcelona 4, Girona 1. Real Madrid 3 to Leganes 2. Espanyol 1. Atletico Madrid 1. All right, we have another analyst joining us virtually in person of Hope. Hope, good morning to you.
Good morning, Sukami. It's good to be here.
All right, great to have you. Welcome to Sport Talk. All right, away from La Liga, let's move straight to Italian Serie A. Napoli beats AC Milan to remain within 3 points of Serie A leaders Inter Milan. Antonio Conte's side scored twice in the opening 19 minutes to look comfortable, but ended up hanging on defending champions Inter remained 3 points clear after a 2-1 win over Udinese. Atalanta lost 1-0 at Fiorentina with Moise Kean scoring the only goal. All right, to you, Hope, you saw the result, Italian result over the weekend, and of course Inter Milan are still up there alongside Napoli. But I believe even Gasperini has come out to say the league is over for Atalanta. So, in my own opinion, I feel the very day that he had that misunderstanding with Ademola Lookman, that is the very day that they lost the league to Inter and, of course, Napoli. I don't know if you have any contrary opinion to that one. Oh.
No. I don't think they lost the league at that moment. Okay. But then again, on the other hand, you can look at what Inter Milan is doing at the moment. It's a typical championship side on their day, just like Napoli and Antonio Conte. On my part, sometimes I even think if Antonio Conte's side finds their way at that top, I think the league would have been as good as gone. But for Atlanta, I mean, we can't rule out how good Ademola Lookman has been for this side from the beginning of last season to up to this moment. But then it's quite unfortunate that, I mean, they've not been able to keep up with Inter Milan and Napoli. And when you look at Inter Milan, it's been a while they've been, I mean, crown champions of the league. Yes, it has always been Juventus until Atlanta came, until Napoli, I beg your pardon, came out of nowhere to cement the other, I mean, shocked everyone. Yeah, shocked everyone and went away with the title. But again, going to your question properly now, I don't think Atlanta, if I thought they've lost the league at this point, I don't think whatever issue, let me put it that way, whatever issue Ademola Lookman had with Gasperini, I don't think it has anything to do with that. Okay. But then again, if we look at it, the point is not that far off. But then the question is, if Inter Milan gets to lose all that points, is there a guarantee that Napoli will coup all of those points to themselves and overtake them? That is the point. That is the whole point at this stage.
All right. Thank you for your contribution, Victor Ayeton. All thanks to Yildiz scored a winning goal for Juventus over the weekend. What a good start for Tudor. Victor Ayeton, Almighty Juventus won over the weekend against Genoa, 1-0.
Do you know the position of Juventus on the league now?
Don't talk about.
They are fifth, if I'm correct.
All
They
right.
are fifth on the log table. They can't win the league.
Okay.
They're probably final of the Champions League. But to even think that Thiago Motta left Bologna, and Bologna are doing still fine. They are fourth on the log table.
They are on top of Juventus.
Juventus is fifth. They've sacked Thiago Motta. It's just funny. And Roma is sixth. Roma is breathing down Juventus' neck because we've been playing very, very well recently. But speaking about I was speaking about Inter Milan. I think personally, for me, Inter Milan and Napoli. Let's take a look at it. Napoli are only leading Inter Napoli with 3 points. And if you take a look at it, it is not unassailable. It's just one match, one win. You drop into your match, I go ahead of you. Or you draw a match, I win, I'm closer. So I think it's still going to be a log. And I feel like I can't remember if they've played second leg. I think they've played second leg already. Have they played second leg already? Inter and Napoli. So all those big matches, the top matches, will probably be the one to decide the league. Maybe when a Juve plays an Inter or a Juve plays a Napoli, the implication of that result will probably have impact on the table when they play the big sides. But at the moment, it looked as if Napoli was running away with it, but Inter has been there. They know the league. And that was happens to Atalanta. Atalanta just got into the league how many seasons ago? Maybe 2018, if I'm correct, or so. So they don't actually... No, they've not been in this kind of position before. Yeah. So at the moment, getting to top of the table in a title chase, in a title surge, title run with Inter and Napoli that have been there over the years, they don't have the technical know-how to navigate this business of the end of the season. That's why it looks as if they are faltering. But I'm sure if they take their lessons from it and go into it next season, maybe they'll be able to navigate some things better. Because at the point, it looked as if Atalanta would breeze past Napoli. At the point, they won 11 straight Serie A games. Like, okay, they were on top of it, but somehow they kind of faltered. Some couple of draws and all that, and then Napoli and Inter were back on the surge again. So it's between Inter and Napoli. But yeah, I think I would like Napoli to win. Of course, we've seen Inter most times, but if the league has been very, very roller coaster, because like last 4-5 years we've had like 4 to 5 different champions.
Yes, of course.
So maybe another champion this time. I wish it could have been Atalanta just to make the league a little bit mixed up, but looks like Atalanta would probably not be in the title run towards the end of the business of the season for me personally.
Right.
But
thank you for
so
that
far, credit goes to them. They've done very well. Yes.
All right, other result: Napoli 2, Milan 1, Inter Milan 2, Udinese 1, Fiorentina 1, Atalanta 0. Lecce lost at home to Roma 0-1, Juve 1, Genoa 0, Venezia 0, Bologna 1. All right, away from Italian Serie A, let's move straight to Bundesliga. Harry Kane continues to thrive in the Bundesliga, having reached a huge milestone in just his second season at Bayern Munich. The England striker found the score sheet yet again on Saturday with a low finish from Michael Olise's cross in a 3-2 win against St. Pauli. Other results: Bayern Munich 3, St. Pauli 2, Dortmund 3, Mainz 1, Leverkusen 3, Bochum 1, Mönchengladbach 1, Leipzig 0, Frankfurt 1, Stuttgart 0. All right, away from football, let's move straight to the world of boxing. Tragedy struck on Saturday as a former national and West African light heavyweight boxing champion, Segun Success Olanrewaju, collapsed and died during a fight in Ghana. Olanrewaju was fighting against Ghanaian boxer John Mbanugu at Fight Night 15 of the Ghana Professional Boxing League at Bukom Boxing Arena when he suddenly lost consciousness. All right, Victor Ayeton, I don't know whether you saw the fight of this great boxer from this great nation, talking about Segun, that is his name, and of course he lost his life during a match in Ghana. And for me, I think maybe something triggered something in him that might cause this, but we can't help it. We just have to say, may his soul continue to rest in perfect peace. Do you have anything to say about this?
Yeah, may soul rest in perfect peace. We all know the aspect of the sport itself. You know, boxing. We know the things that we know the after effects of what even happened to a boxer when he even retires and leaves the scene. You know how the great Muhammad Ali died, Parkinson's disease and all that. So I guess my advice is that for boxers, really just try and keep your health in shape because really, this is a contact sport, and when anything that involves is a combative sport rather, and you will know any you get blows on your temporal lobe, on your head, on your chin, on your face, anything could go wrong.
All right.
And we'll just pray when the boxers will rest in peace, and God will give his family the fortune to bear the loss. Because really, of course, this could be another. Who knows? Maybe it could be another potential great fighter for our nation, for our continent. But somehow this happened, and but really, my advice is upcoming boxer, please look after your mental health and all that, because really, and your health, all generally, because this combative sport, it has effects when you even leave the sport, being it wrestling, boxing, kickboxing. We know the disease that is associated with all this after they leave the scene. So it is well, and we hope measures could be taken in this sport to make it a little bit safer. Yeah. So.
And of course, we also wish all the medical teams to also do their work very well. All right, that's how much you can take on Sport Talk on Enterprise TV. Endeavor to subscribe and click the notification bell to get notified of all alerts. Like, share, and engage on all content. Do well to visit our website www.enterprisetvnews.com for all the news you can get, the live updates and the inclusives. Victor Ayeton, Damilene, and of course, Hope has been great on this show this wonderful morning. Guys, thank you for,
apologies.
Thank you very much.
Apologies, I joined a bit late, but then it was good to be here. Good to see Victor again.
All right.
Good to see you too, Hope. Good to see you.
All right, thank you for your contribution, guys. My name remains John Olash coming. Thanks for watching.